Normally you go around more interested in your own thoughts and ideas. And you're locked in your head, and it's like a record, like in the old vinyl days, going around and round and round the same grooves, right? You can just switch it around, and you tell yourself, the other person is more interesting than me. Their life, their thoughts, their ideas. It's like an undiscovered world. It's like going to Tahiti or something and visiting another culture. They have experiences you've never had.
That's
they have
true.
a world that's not your world. It's fascinating. They're like a character in a movie.
I really like that they're using The Great Gatsby as the background for this thing.
To you suddenly in The Office or in the realm of a male-female seduction, you would feel it. You would go, wow, that's rare. And you would be halfway seduced by just the attention. Okay, so the main thing is get them to talk about their childhood.
I like how they scattered all these like nonsensical sentences that don't connect to each other very well, that kind of painted the idea of what was about to occur and like the path that we were about to take. So hopefully get you engaged for the length of the video. But in actuality, what really happened is that I was just really confused for 35 seconds.
Obviously, don't go, tell me about your father. Just get them to talk about their early life without being, too inquisitive, without making it clear that that's what you're doing. Everyone has this kind of emotional attachment to their experiences as a child, to where they grew up,
to
their parents, to their family, to their
That's
earliest
100%
friends.
true. That's manipulative.
It's got all sorts of emotions surrounding it that are very potent and uncontrollable. So a very kind of slip-in question about someone's childhood, and then asking a few leading questions and letting them do the talking. So if you're peppering them with questions, you look like a lawyer. If they do 70% of the talking, they're not even aware that they're doing that, but you're letting them talk, you're letting them be the star. But you find a foothold into what excites them, and you get them to talk and open up about their childhood, and then occasionally a question, and then occasionally you go into your own life to sort of show, oh yeah, you had that, I have something very kind of similar.
For sure, it's like manipulative.
Is a slightly
But you got to be smooth with it. You can't just like follow like some algorithmic steps and then end up at the end. If it's all clunky, they're going to recognize you're trying to be manipulative. You got to be smooth and actually be genuine.
It's an art to getting people to talk and open up, to finding that thing that lights their face up, that gets them excited, If you touch upon a subject and you see that they get nervous or they laugh a lot, they're very excited, just put that in your little index there and go and return to it. No, you've hit upon a chord, a subject that either excites them or gives them like fear or whatever. There's something very powerful going on there, right? It's kind of like there's the ancient Greek play of Oedipus. He killed his father and then he ended up marrying his mother.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he never realizes it until he's like in his late 30s and he's gone through his whole career as king of Thebes. And then suddenly he's made aware of it through various things.
The people that wrote these books, they had to be on some kind of drugs, dog, because there really are like, there's like a lot of psychological truths that are manifested in these mythological stories that were written. It's really kind of crazy, like how mythology kind of intertwines with human psychology is just nuts. It's really nuts. It's really genius, and it kind of makes you think that it's real. It like really makes somebody really believe it because it's real, because it's real psychology. It just, the stories are just a manifestation of those things.
Happen. It's like, oh my God, really? I've done all that? This is what my life is? And he's so overwhelmed that he cuts his eyes out and he blinds himself as proof of, how blind he was.
Wow.
And so the Greeks are saying in that play that we're all kind of blind. Fate kind of
pushes his eyes out because he was dating his mom and he was
the
blind.
moment of feeling enlightened about becoming aware of some of these patterns in your childhood is actually a great moment. It's very painful, but it's very powerful, And in the course of a conversation, somebody says something a little bit disturbing or a little bit strong, and then they go, oh, never mind, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Forget about it, don't listen to what I just said. Well, obviously you're not going to forget about it. It's going to sit in your mind and the seed has been planted. That's the kind of thing that insinuation is. It's never something direct. It can be in your body language. It can be in the fact that you appear in your words not to be interested in someone, but your look, your eyes say something different than what your words say.
Facts.
your
That was a
love is
really good
insinuating desire, while your
visualization of
words are kind of
what he
being
was trying to kind of
cat-like.
explain.
It's the art of planting seeds in a person's mind where they go home after they met you and they think, what did he say there? What did he mean? What
Facts,
was that
facts.
gesture? If you get people to think about you when they go home,